Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B, where we talk about all kinds of things here. Today you can see it's fairly windy. The sun is still out and it's lovely out, but it's definitely windy. So today I'm going to be harvesting my hair. Today I'm going to be harvesting nasturtium seeds because I want to make some capers. So I am going to show you guys that recipe, but first, before we get started with that recipe, I want to show you what those little seed pods look like, so that way you know what to look for when you're out in your garden and what to be harvesting. So let's check it out. Alright, so as you can see, this nasturtium is falling on the ground, and so I want to get it picked up, and here are what the little seed pods actually look like. I've been out a little bit in the garden this afternoon. So you want them to actually be green because you're going to eat them, and they're just much better when they're green. If they're starting to turn a little brown, that's okay. But I can see that they're falling on the ground here. So I want to go ahead and get those picked up before I lose the opportunity to not have them. So you'll see here that here's a little set right here, and I'm just going to pop those off, and that's what we're going to be using in our recipe today. So I probably should have planted more nasturtium, that way I could get plenty. Usually the fall is the best time for us here in zone 9B to plant our nasturtiums, because I can get a lot more harvest of the seeds. I think that they like it cooler, and they start to actually get really dry and hot in our summer heat. So that's what I'm saying, before I lose them. Oh yeah, like look, here's one on the ground right now that's actually brown. I will still take this seed, but I'm not going to use it in the recipe. I'll save it for the fall harvest and sowing of the nasturtium, because like I said, that's really when it's best to get these. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what you're looking for, and hopefully we're going to get enough to actually make some capers. Hey friends, welcome back. So the first part of this video you guys are going to see is I actually have long hair. My sister-in-law is a hairdresser, and I cut over 12 inches of my hair off. So check it out. I'm super excited. I love it. So blessings and love right now for my gratitude are going out to my beautiful sister-in-law, and for not only loving me and being kind, but for giving me a beautiful and wonderful haircut. Thank you for being my hairdresser. All right, so let's get started on the second half of this video. So I was showing you guys that I went out to the garden and I had gotten the nasturtium pods. So here they are. You can still see there's some film and dirt on them. I have been soaking them to try to get this pulled off, which I will thoroughly clean them before I put them in the jar. But I have a quart-sized jar. I don't have enough nasturtium seed pods to actually do a big bulk of this, because you could actually preserve this and like can it, so to speak, for pickling. But I don't have that right now, so we're just gonna kind of do a refrigeration pickle with them. It's super delicious. And my mom's the one that normally does this recipe for me, so I am going to be making it today by myself, so which is fine. Like, I've done this before, I just haven't done it as much as she has done it. So you're gonna go ahead and get one of these beautiful little plastic lids, because you're gonna be having vinegar in this jar, and you don't want the metal to get eroded from the regular metal lids that actually come with these jars. So this is quart size. I'm gonna bring you guys down. Okay, so you guys are gonna just need a saucepan. So this is a small saucepan, okay? And the first thing that you are going to do is you need 1 cup of nasturtium set aside, which that should probably be about a cup. If it's a little more, that's fine. I'll just make sure that the ferment actually fills to the lid. You know, like a normal type of process that you guys would normally do. And so it's gonna be 1/3 cup of vinegar. So I have my vinegar right here. This is the kind that I will be using. So we're gonna be doing 1/3 of that over here in our pot because you're gonna need to like cook this basically. So 1/3 of vinegar. All right, we need 1/3 cup of water. So I'm gonna go get us some water. All right, so 1/3 cup of water. All right, it says we need 1 tablespoon of sea salt. No, I'm not measuring. And I'm using the Redmond's Real salt. So there's your Redmond's Real. All right, it says that we need 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. So y'all know that I put my organic sugar in here. I'm just using the jar. So probably a little more than I should have, but all right. And then it's 2 sprigs of fresh dill. So I went out to the garden this morning and I picked some dill. I don't have a lot of dill going on right now. It's just starting to come up, but it smells so good. I love it. So you're gonna bring this to a boil, and then we're gonna put this is a super easy recipe. So we're gonna put the nasturtiums, once I do a second or final rinse on them, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on in here. And then we are going to like simmer this, make sure boil it, make sure it's all good to go. And then I'm gonna pour it in there, and there are your easy pickled nasturtium seeds. So you can seal them and just keep them in a cool, dark place. You know, because like I said, you can like pressure can these or whatever. Like I said, that's not what we do. I just keep them in the refrigerator because like I said, this time of year, I personally just don't have enough to do a true pickling process with them other than just a refrigerator pickle. So I would be hesitant personally to not just make this a refrigerator one at this time. And that's the nasturtiums that I have been growing. So if you guys want to try it, this is the one that's beautiful. If you go back in a couple of my other recipes, you will absolutely, or videos, you will see where this is the most beautiful one that I have. My favorite is actually the orange nasturtiums, but that one's actually my favorite as far as how it blooms and blossoms and just looks really super pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this boiled, and then I will bring you guys back for the final piece because I just want to do something simple and easy with you guys today. And hopefully you're digging on the cool haircut because I super love it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I have 3 papayas. Three. What an awesome deal. 1, 2, let's get number 3 up here. 3. I actually had 4, but that came in, but I shared with one of my friends at work. She likes papayas. So yeah, so we're coming into that time of year, which is super exciting. That's what I'm saying. I don't get like so much that I don't know what to do with, that I get overwhelmed, but I honestly get enough that like I can honestly just enjoy and share with my friends, and what a blessing that is. So we are just going to keep extending and growing our garden as much as we can, but this is the beauty that comes from it. So having the opportunity to have 3 papayas, I am actually potentially thinking today that I might also end up doing a candied papaya recipe with you all, because my neighbor across the street, Patrick, he loves them. I've made them for him before, and since I have quite a bit coming in, I think that that would be so lovely to be able to share with him, and then he can have himself a nice treat. Now, it does require quite a bit of sugar when we make this recipe, but be looking forward to that because I'm pretty confident that I'm going to make that today. So we will be coming back to see that soon. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, and then I will bring you guys back for the final look on it. And you will want to keep this before you consume it for at least 1 week to pinch it to potentially 2 weeks in the refrigerator, so that way it gets that nice pickle to it. So if you like anything pickled, then this is potentially a new recipe for you to just give a try. And who knew that you could take these green seeds and make them into something beautiful. So I'll bring you guys back soon. All right, beautiful friends. So as you can see, my vinegar is super boiling. This ended up being almost about 1.5 cups to 2 cups, and it's come right up to the rim, which is really where we want it to be. And I have decided that I want to add in some of that garlic, because I do like a nice garlic. I'm gonna add a really nice fat clove of garlic into this recipe, and let's see if it works to take it all the way to the top. I actually ended up doubling it after I made it. I said, I don't think this is gonna work. And for video purposes, I would rather it be over than under. So, oh yeah, that actually worked. There you go. All right, so if that recipe wasn't super easy, I just, listen, y'all, I really like to do super easy recipes. I'm going to go ahead and put in a glass weight. Even though this is going to be a refrigerated pickling process, I just feel like, oops, I gotta go get my smaller weight. I will end up putting in a weight in here just because I want that to really get into, get those Nasturtium or Nasturtium, however you pronounce it, to each their own, to kind of sink in there and really get that nice pickled flavor on all of them. Now, because this is made with vinegar, you're not really going to have a lot of issues that you would with a ferment. So this is pickling, like I said, but this is a really super cool way to actually enjoy that plant other than just eating the flowers or the leaves. Their seeds are also edible. So I am so glad that you guys are joining me on my own little journey here and spending some time with me, because actually it's the weekend for me, so that's why I'm kind of just chill today. And like I said, I went and got my haircut, and I am sending love and blessings out to my sister-in-law for this beautiful haircut. All right, everyone, as always, love one another, be kind, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Whew. All right, bonus for today, y'all. I've been outside. It is super windy, as y'all can see. Betty's on the porch, that's why you hear her barking. But behind me is, I know I'm gonna say it wrong, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it says. It's a red Jacaba de Coba. Like I said, I will actually put it in the above in the video so that way you guys can see it. This is probably my most expensive tree that I actually own. But look, isn't it so cool? The berries actually grow on the outside of the limb, and I have quite a few berries growing. Now, these are about the size of grapes, and I have to keep this in a shaded area because this tree has to be really super babied. It doesn't really like a lot of heat. Let's see, this one looks kind of, they really need to be super red. Oh, maybe, oh, there's a little one down here. Yeah, this one looks all right. It looks like something might have got into it too, though. Yeah, see, something got into this one, but I don't care. I'll bite it just to show y'all. You don't actually eat the skin. You eat part of the inside of it. So you see the inside of it's white. It has this like white inside to it. I'm gonna try to hold the camera and get it open. I normally just open it in my mouth, but since I actually saw that it looked like something might have gotten into it. Alright, so it looks kind of funky, but you see the white inside? Looks kind of like snotty. Yeah, it's good. It's actually really sweet, and there's little seeds in it, so I just actually dropped it like a dingbat. So yeah, so the inside, this is what it looks like, and then the inside of it has these little black seeds or brown seeds, and I'm just gonna put it back in the bucket since it dropped on the floor, but I gotta rinse my hands off. But that's what it looks like. So it's a super cool plant. I really like it, but this is definitely a plant for advanced people. This is not. So this is a plant that I say is for advanced people or people that have been gardening for a while. To me, this is not a beginner's plant because it does require quite a bit of care and love, but it's a really cool plant and a plant that you don't often see around here, or I don't anyway. So I just wanted to give you guys a cool little shot of this bonus footage today of this, I call it Jacoba jacata. I don't know if that's actually how you say it. I'm sure there are professionals out there that actually know more about it than I do as far as the name goes. But like I said, I'll put it up. You can do your research on it. It's such a lovely tree. because it's just so cool and unique. And like I said, it's a lot like a grape, except it's got a big seed in the middle of it, but the inside of it is super sweet and creamy. So it's not really like a grape in the regards of, like, a grape's more juicier and this is more like textural. But it's really something cool to try. You don't see this in your grocery stores, so that's why I like growing, is because I get really cool plants that, like, not everybody else has. So this is something that grows really quite well here in Zone 9B. So I encourage each and every one of you to check it out. But again, it's not for everybody. So, all right, bonus footage for the day. Enjoy.